From Julio Cruz and Gaylord Perry to Alvin Davis and Harold Reynolds to father and son back to back bombs. From Junior J, Joey, and Edgar with Randy, A-Rod, Dan, and the Sheriff to Ichiro Moyer and Mikey C to King Felix, Kyle Cruz, and Cano to the present with Julio, Gilbert, Kirby, and Cal. I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. We got our super producer, Indy, out there in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services bringing the show to life. Shout out to the homies in the live chat and all the 12s. Your Seattle Seahawks are still Super Bowl 60 champions. But y'all know my main man, Sam, is cooler than a polar bear's toenails. How you doing, bro?
Oh, doing great. Doing great. How you doing tonight?
Oh, fantastic, brother. Fantastic. We got the Super Bowl champions. Spring training started. And speaking of spring training, I want to shout out our friends at Romantic About Baseball. They're a fantastic follow on Facebook. We're so proud to be part of Baseball Podcasters United. Just a fantastic group of baseball pods from every corner of this country. Check out Romantic About Baseball. But Sam, we're going to talk a little bit of Mariners preview in a minute, but I'm thirsting for how we go about keeping this Seahawks run going. 63 million in cap space according to Spotrac. Could be up to 70 if you look at certain publications. What are your wants and needs for the going into the offseason?
I'm gonna have to say we got to, at least in the draft, we got to address the line as always. I think we need to start thinking about retooling the defensive line and getting some more guys in there because Big Cat's gonna be retiring most likely in the next couple of years, so it'd be nice to have someone to replace him. But man, I mean, we're looking good. Maybe a running back in the draft. Rashid Shaheed would be real nice to keep. I'll have to say. I don't know if it's feasible. It all depends on how much we think we can use him in the offense, really. Because he did great in special teams, but in offense, it was okay. But again, he came in halfway through the year. And so can't expect too much. Someone's just learning the system. I know he ran it in New Orleans and everything, but I mean, yeah, it wasn't part of the plan from the beginning, and I think we should probably try to keep him around because I think he can really grow in the offense next year. And the deep threat is the biggest thing. I mean, because they always have to account for him, which is just that in itself is valuable.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I got a quick question. Then, would you prioritize Ken Walker or Rashid Shaheed?
Ken Walker right now because of the injury to Charbonnet. Man, like if Charbonnet was healthy, I might have a different opinion. But I mean, it would just really suck on a run first offense to not have a running back, a good idea of who our running back is going to be. Because Helani's good, but I mean, is he going to be our number one next year? It's an unknown. He could be. I know John Schneider likes him, so we'll see. But I think it'd be good to have some stability in that position.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's so crazy how this works too, man, because I was against re-signing Ken Walker for basically 3.5 years now.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And this is why I still want to be careful, though. And this is something we got to be ready, Sam. I think there's a 60-40 chance that Ken Walker is on another team next year. I think it's a little better than halfway odds. And I say this, I was talking to Indy off mic. I think that for certain teams, overpaying Ken Walker would actually be an extremely smart move. I was looking at the Tennessee Titans. Indy has a ton of Titans fans. And I just think that you get a Ken Walker on a team like that, there's no monetary value that is an overspend if it means your young quarterback develops. And Ken Walker could ease a lot of pressure on Cam Ward. I could see a situation like that working out really well. Oh, Mariners Life, that's what I'm saying. I have Ken Walker at about $10 or $11 million, Sam, and I'm walking away. I would prefer $8 to $9 million. And y'all know, I'm going to have my targets all year like I do. Emmett Johnson, running back out of Nebraska, man. This guy is explosive laterally. He's explosive vertically. He will run your ass over from the 3 yard line down to the goal line to sniff out a touchdown. Just incredible explosion. He actually reminds me a ton of Ken Walker in his style. I see where you're worried though, Sam, in that we can't count on Charbonnet right away. Clearly, like we have to plan without him. It's going to be a crazy scenario too, Sam, because I think we both truly believe in the offensive lines. Texas Power Rangers, right? Houston could use Ken Walker.
I mean, I think if we have to transition tag him, I mean, we don't have to worry about poison pills anymore. You know what I mean? So they got rid of that back in 06. So yeah, transition him. He'll be right at that 9 million range, I believe. He might not be happy about it, but I would rather have him for the Super Bowl run, for the back-to-backers.
Yeah, I mean, we can't deny what Ken Walker did, though, either in this playoffs, you know, and especially in the Super Bowl. I mean, New England has been a sturdy, nearly dominant run defense against almost all of their opponents this year, and Ken Walker carved them up. There was a semi-questionable holding on Sundell, or else Walker's rolling out of there with 170 rushing yards, man. Yep. I mean, it was an incredible performance, and the speed, the explosion is real. I want to just go to the other side of the ball then, Sam, because what an incredible draft class, man. Kobe Bryant, Boye Mafe, Tariq Woolen, all are going to get major contracts. How would you break it down on who you would prefer bringing back with Kobe, Mafe, and Woolen?
I think I've made it clear I like Kobe, dude. I think he's one of our glue guys. Mafe would be great, but we're not paying what he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid this offseason, without a doubt.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I don't think we can afford to keep him. So, yeah, man, give me Kobe, dude. Between those three, 100%. Reek, I think he's gone. He's visiting Arizona today, actually.
I saw really?
Yeah, he's down by the Arizona facilities from something I saw. I think it was a tweet or I don't know, something like that, something on Instagram. So, yeah, I think, and he posted that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meme, you know, looking at the empty house.
The last person in the house.
I think he's gone no matter what. So, but yeah, man, I think we got to keep Kobe if possible.
Yeah, and we also really got to point to the long-term planning as well, Sam, because I just wrote down JSN, Spoon, Derek Hall, Gray Zabel, Nikki Memori. These are all guys that within the next 2 to 3, 4 years are all major elite contributors that you just can't let go. I see Mariners Lifers asking about defensive tackle free agents on the market. I haven't even really looked there yet because I don't know if that's going to be the avenue we're able to go given how much monetary resources we spent on the D-line, Murphy, Reed, Williams. But don't get it twisted, Sam. I couldn't agree more because we got Jay Reed at 33. We got D-Law at 33. We got Big Cat at 31. These are all critical players on this team, and we know that you want to play two-eye safety to stop the run. It's all about that D-line, man. And so they're going to have to reinvest. You mentioned Katie McDonald out of Ohio State. I like that, and we're probably going to lose Boye Mafe. Y'all, like, I'm just telling y'all, if y'all want a fun watch, YouTube R. Mason Thomas. YouTube R. Mason Thomas, edge rusher out of Oklahoma. He is going to maybe fall to 32. I've seen him ranked around 35 to 38 on most big boards, so he might be there. The only reason is because his arms might be a little too short, but I mean, edge rushers have a much longer list of successful edge rushers with not ideal arm length compared to offensive tackle. Von Miller, Dwight Freeney. If I wanted to look it up on AI, I could find like 100 great ones right now. R. Mason Thomas, Sam. I'm pounding the table because he could be a Super Bowl difference maker off the edge.
Yeah. I got the list pulled up right here for interior defensive tackles. DJ Reader is the number one from the Lions. And
Mm.
so, I mean, he's 31. Might be an interesting idea to take a look at. Calais Campbell is the second one. And I have no interest in bringing him here at his age. I mean, he's seems to be the ageless wonder, but I think I'm good on that. And David Oni Yamada from the Falcons is the third guy, and Daquan Jones from Buffalo. And then Ty, your guy, John Franklin Myers.
Yeah.
Fifth. So yeah, I mean, I could see it. All depends on the cost, how much these guys are going to get paid. But we got Riley, man. I mean, are we really going to take snaps away from Riley? I think we can pencil him in at least as a backup. Like
Yeah, I don't know his contract situation, but I liked what Peely did this year too. He's nothing more than fourth, fifth on a good day. But I mean, you need guys to star in your role, Sam. And you know what I decided to do actually, and because we went a different way, I want to rewind a little bit, man. And let's talk some unsung heroes, because we've talked about the ballers, we've talked about the leaders, but if you want to win a Super Bowl, there's a ton of unsung heroes, Sam. I wrote down George Holani, Josh Jones, Tyrese Knight, Ty Okada, Jake Bobo, and Derek Young, Eric Saubert. There was so many guys playing roles, star in your role, and that all these guys came up huge in their own ways.
So you're talking about for the season, unsung heroes, not for the Super Bowl itself. People weren't really going off saying too much about him. He's always had a decent year, but man, he's brought so much to our team. Blocking, one of the best blocking wide receivers in the game too, and just has that championship mentality and the know-how. So I mean, I can't say enough about how happy I am that we had him on the team this year. But let's see, Brady Russell.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, and I like the Holani pick because he was gone for most of the year, but man, he came in and helped when we need him at the end. So, yeah, I really like Kalani as a running back.
He had a couple huge moments in pass pro, man. And we know in the Super Bowl, dude, the pass pro from your running back can be the difference in winning the Super Bowl and losing a Super Bowl. Flashback to Atlanta collapsing 28-3 lead against New England. Maybe the most critical play of the game. Hightower off the edge, completely overwhelms Devontae Freeman, strips sack, and the Patriots, we know, have the most epic comeback in Super Bowl history in that game. And we saw Holani multiple times, Super Bowl 60, sticking his nose in there with linebackers meant to destroy mothers.
Yep.
Bro, George Holani, huge. Pass pro can be the difference in winning a chip and not.
That's true. And I got to say, Josh Jobe, too. I mean, I know we shit on him a little bit.
Oh, hell yeah. Man, hell yeah.
Yeah. He came in huge for us, especially in the Super Bowl. But I think he was getting more than 50% of the, I think around their targets. Like, they were picking on him, but that's because you don't really want to throw to Reek or Witherspoon most of the time. So he actually had a pretty good pass defense percentage and everything. So, yeah, he came up big for us. When we needed him too, because Reek came in playing like shit at the beginning of the year. So. But yeah, Drake Thomas, man, you can't say enough about him. He just came out of nowhere.
Good call.
Yeah, and then Okada. I mean, he might be the reason we don't get Kobe Bryant back. We don't keep him because if we think we can roll with Okada, and we've shown we can, there's been a little bit of I've seen a few plays. It looks like he was the one that got beat on some big passes, but. I mean, he's a good player. Like, I think this Mike McDonald defense is really good at making players look really, really good too. So who knows if they're plug and play, we can actually pick someone else up and they might even do better. That might be less money. So we'll have to see.
I don't think there's any question in my mind, Sam, that Kobe Bryant has much better center fielder's range compared to Ty Okada. Okada's a beast sniffing around the ball and whatnot. And so as much as it sucks because Julian Love is such a great joker God, talk about a team that has so many guys that can play everywhere. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we might be forced to have Julian Love play more deep center next year if we're unable to bring back Kobe Bryant, just because I feel that's going to limit the weaknesses of Okada's game.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you on that. And but also, man, Kobe's such a ball hawk. He is a playmaker. He's always around that ball, and because
Oh
he's
yeah,
got that cornerback mentality and traits, dude. So that's why I really like him.
Thorpe
He's the
Award-winning quarterback.
yeah,
I want to put some respect on that, man. That's some big time shit. You are named the best DB in college football. How many fantastic DBs are on college ball?
yep. That is true. And I have to say, big shout out to our special teams too. I know they don't get talked
Yeah,
about enough. Yeah, dude, Dixon is just the man, and yeah, dude, Myers was been money most of the year for us too. So gotta throw them a little love.
yeah. And then shoot, shout out to Jay Harbaugh too for breaking away from his family there, though. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, honestly, one of the biggest rift between Pete and John was Pete wanting to keep giving his own sons jobs within the organization, and John was not about that kind of shit. And I just look at Jay Harbaugh. The easy road for him would have been to stick with daddy. The easy
Yeah,
road would have been to stick with uncle. But instead, he decided to blaze his own trail. He is undoubtedly one of the best special teams coaches in the league, and he's now Super Bowl champion. So, hell yeah, and way to have the balls and the confidence to walk away from what would be the easier path, and look what he's done.
yeah. No, the players talk about him like he's a genius too. They love him as a special teams coordinator. So I'm real happy we were able to retain him too, because that Rashid Shaheed return in the playoffs, dude, that was all schemed up by him, according to all the players. So yeah, you can't say enough about the coaches we have on the staff, and we got a new running backs coach that I heard too. I don't know much about him. Thomas Hammock from Northern Illinois is their head coach.
Well, this is what's crazy, Sam, is I mean, I know Northern Illinois is not, a national powerhouse by any stretch of the imagination, but college football head coach changing to a running back coach in the NFL, it's really hard to do work in college football right now. And these small programs, we feel for Wazoo big time because as soon as
Mm-hmm.
anyone's good, they're long gone.
Yep.
Wazoo is a way more prominent program than a Northern Illinois. And so it must be tough. It shows you a sign of the times and great for the Seahawks. That's
Yeah.
just a great for the Seahawks. And to me, it's a sign of how tough it can be in college football right now. It's chaotic down there.
Yeah. Oh, and for the Texas Rangers comment about that's tampering, he didn't say he was visiting the facility or anything, but he had a picture and he was right around that area. So I don't know if it is actually technically tampering, but he's down in that area. I know that. Whether that means he's actually at their facility beats the hell out of me. He put a picture out there showing where he was, though.
Man, all I know is if I was young and rich, being in Scottsdale in the winter would be flipping fantastic. I don't blame Tariq at all for being down there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. With the hits on deck says we need to spend on Walker, Reek, and Rashid. I mean, at least two of the three. Yeah, I don't know if we can. I mean, keep Reek, dude. Especially with all the guys we got to pay. We have a lot of cap room right now, but that is a lot of it's spent. It just actually hasn't technically been spent yet.
Well, and I think we also got to put a lot of respect and a lot of you know thought to the fact that we already re-signed Abe Lucas and Charles Cross. So we can't forget that. Like those are two critical pillars of this fantastic draft class, Sam. Like
Yep.
talk about a draft class completely changed your fortunes, and then they just kept building and they kept building. But we're gonna look back, and it's really easy to now. The 2022 draft class for the Seattle Seahawks was a foundational draft to what became a champion.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. And the
Look at all
2023.
these guys about to get paid. They're going to have seven guys with huge second contracts out of one draft. That's unheard of, dog.
It is. It is. No, John has been firing on all cylinders lately. I'm so happy we stole him away from the Packers however many years ago that was. Like 11, 12, 14. I don't even know. But it was a long time ago. Yeah, I'm glad we got him. He learned out how to be the GM the right way, and because the Packers were killing it all the time back in the
Yep.
day. Yeah,
Yep.
so I forget the guy he learned off of, but Wolf was it? No, I forget
Yeah,
his
he's
name.
from the school of Ron Wolf and Ted
Wolf.
Thompson.
Yeah, yeah.
Ron Wolf, Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Do not get it twisted. I mean,
Yep.
John soaked it all in, put his new twist on it, and look at what happened, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And having him be the first guy to do it with new coach, complete turnaround on the team, it's awesome. Good for
Incredible.
him. Yeah.
Incredible. Well, one of the things that makes John Schneider great, Sam, is that he will sniff around on any business. Like I bet you John's in on 90% of the deals to 10% that actually get done in any way in this league.
Oh, without a doubt.
Max Crosby is on the rumor mill big time. I guarantee the Seahawks have at least sniffed around to do their due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on a possible Max Crosby to Seattle type of trade?
No thanks.
No
I mean,
thanks.
yeah, no. I mean, he's a hell of a player, but I don't think we need him. As far as the how much he's going to cost, I think we can find someone who can do that job a little bit cheaper than that. I mean, he's good, but I mean, he's not. I don't know. He's not worth it in my opinion. At that
Yeah.
age, yeah. No, I'm good.
Well, I mean, the one thing is we have minimal cap room, and so I mean, I shouldn't say that. We have a lot of
We
cap
do,
room, but
though.
like I'm saying, what I mean, we have JSN, we have Witherspoon, we have Byron Murphy, we have Derek Hall, we have Gray Zabel, we have Nicky Minwari. This is long-term planning that we got to get into. Mariners life for left tackles, QB left tackle center. Okay. I like a lot of that. I'm huge on the edge though. I'm huge on the edge rusher, man. And that's why Nwosu is going to be popular to say as a cap casualty. I say bring him back. There's no reason not to bring him back. Like the $12 million, I don't know. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
spend it on three guys that won't do shit compared to what Nwosu is going to bring to the table.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. I Even if the Seahawks want to bring back Mafe, it's going to be extremely tough. What, 26-year-old who has 20 career sacks, 4 or 5 off the edge, and he has a very low snap count uh, in the league, really? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
boy, Mafe's market's going to skyrocket to a number we're going to be sick and be, oh, God, we can't handle that. Woolen's interesting to me, though. Woolen's really interesting to me because these guys don't come around often. Sam, is Coach McDonald too much of a stickler to discipline to want to pay this guy, though?
No, I mean, he is a stickler for discipline. Too much? No. I mean, accountability for the team. We saw what he's done in 2 years here now in Seattle. I mean, I hear the story about him saying like, if you guys are tackling at people's knees and missing tackles like that, you won't play in my defense. He's like, I'll cut your ass, I'll bench your ass, whatever I have to do. He's like, you're not going to be playing like that on my defense. I love it, absolutely love it. Accountability, and I think that play in the NFC Championship game, getting that taunting call. I mean, if there was a chance, before that we were taking him, re-signing him, I think that about killed it. I mean, in my opinion, I love the player. He's fucking awesome. I mean, you can't teach 6'3" height and 4 fucking
Yeah.
2 speed, dude. But he's gonna make money too. I just don't think we can afford to pay him when we got Witherspoon. I mean, you can only pay so many people top tier money, and I think his market's gonna be pretty good. If we can get him
Well,
for cheap, I mean, hell, I'll take.
I
it
think
back,
you can
yeah.
only pay one cornerback, Sam. I just think that you can only pay one cornerback in this league. And I want to lay something down. Let's look at the Seahawks in this century, Sam. They had Marcus Trufant. They had Ken Lucas, both great corners. They had to let Ken Lucas go. They had Richard Sherman and Brandon Browner. They had Sherman and Byron Maxwell. They had to let Maxwell and Browner go also.
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing new in the league. In the salary cap world that the NFL lives in, you can really only afford to pay one cornerback big money. And I think it's clear as day that we will roll with Devin Witherspoon. These guys got me cracking up here in the live
Yeah,
chat. We
yeah.
know that there's a little bit of sticky icky up here in the great Northwest. But Sam, man, This has been fun, and I'm not even getting into draft, man. And I have a lot of targets. I have a lot of guys I wanted to talk about, but there's plenty of episodes for that. For me, the Seahawks today was just to focus on the team itself. What
Mm-hmm.
can we do internally? And when you look at the free agent list, there isn't more than a few guys that I would even consider wanting over any of the current Seahawks we have this offseason. Even if we have 60 to 70 million in cap space, Sam, you're right. It's going to go quick, and I think it will be smart to give it to some of our own guys and keep this band together the best we can.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, you can tell they want to have a run at it again, and they'll be pretty pissed, the team in general, if we let too many players go. So we got to bring some back for sure. But I really like our young talent. Like Riley Mills, I can't say enough about, dude. That guy looks
Mm.
like an animal. I can't wait to see him next year.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Well, man, there is one major similarity this year to me, Sam, between the Mariners and the Seahawks. Both teams had a player that went from really good to the best in the league at their position.
Mm-hmm.
JSN and Cal Raleigh, man. Well, let's talk about
Yeah.
the Mariners a little bit. How do you feel about this team? The last time we were so into Seahawks mode, we haven't even really talked about what the Brendan Donovan trade means. I think it's a big move, but how do you feel about the Seattle Mariners going into spring training and coming into this regular season?
Yeah, I've been in Seahawk mode so much, even still after the Super Bowl. But no, I mean, I feel good. I mean, shit, we just came back, like, we're coming back right off the heels of almost making it to the World Series. I feel good. I like the Donovan move. I got faith in our young talent. I really hope Julio starts it off, with a good pace to start. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
blistering pace, but at least, don't just go right back into give the people, the national media, the narrative of he always starts so slow and blah blah blah. But yeah, dude, I like our team. I think we have a good chance. We still got a Rosarena, dude, like Cal Raleigh, Rayleigh. I mean, we got a damn good team. I think in Canzone, what do you think he's going to be doing this year? Think he's going to kind of pop off and actually start coming through, or do you think he's going to regress to what he was, or more
No,
stay
I
about
think
the same?
the can zone's real.
Yeah.
I think can zone's real. I absolutely do. And I know that he had an absolutely horrible postseason. He looked completely lost and overmatched at times in the postseason. There's no question about that. I think that's part of his normal player developmental track right now, though.
Oh
He
yeah.
is just he's hit at every step of the way. He's crushed AAA. He struggled in the bigs, went back down. This happens to so many guys. He he had 300 with a well over 800 OPS last year. That's real to me. The next step in his evolution will be to be able to compete against the best pitching in the world in the playoffs. I believe he can do that, man. But I am so freaking pumped about our DH combo, man. Ref Snyder had a 959 OPS against lefties last year. Calzone had an 875 OPS against righties last year. Our DH combo is freaking filthy. I totally believe that Robles and Rayleigh can have bounce backs because both their seasons were crushed by injury. I believe both those guys can bounce back. I'm optimistic. And if you want to call me a homer, that's fine. But you know what I do know, man? The wise guys down in the desert have the Mariners with the third best odds to win the entire thing this year, man. So I'm
Yeah.
not just living on a dream. What we see is real, man. I am pumped about the Mariners, man. And I gotta lay down a couple facts. Brendan Donovan, Sam. I'm not worried at all about a drop off coming to the American League because he has an excellent expected batting average. He doesn't get lucky, man. He earns everything up there. And all this dude does is hits, man. He has an elite sweet spot percentage. He has an elite square up percentage, elite whiff rate, and elite K rate. Check this out, man. Brendan Donovan reached base 181 times in 2025. Cal, Julio, and Naylor combined for 112 homers, 84 doubles, and 468 hits, man. Watch. Brendan Donovan's going to be top 3 to top 5 in runs scored this year.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think that it's going to be a giant difference that we don't have to rely on the home run necessarily. And I just love how we finally have a guy that'll be on base when our guys are hitting bombs and doubles.
Yeah, and leading off, like we know who our leadoff hitter is now. I mean, we had a lot of
Hell yeah.
shuffling and just kind of people going in and out of that role. So it's nice having someone we know day in and day out that he's going to be our leadoff hitter and getting on base. And I mean, honestly, is the National League, American League, going between leagues even really a thing anymore? They got rid of the whole pitchers hitting.
Yeah, you play every day. The DH is both leagues. I mean, you're right. There's not the same disadvantage it used to be now.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not worried about that at all because I don't think it's a thing anymore. So
well, and whoever bats in front of Cal, we're always gonna have a good year if you can play Major League Baseball, man.
I'm excited to see a full year with Josh Naylor. I love that fucking guy. That guy is money in the bank, dude. I'm so happy we were able to bring him back. That offseason was a success just because of that. Just because of that.
Mariners lifer. I'm so proud. He brought up great minds speak alike because he brought up two of the guys I wrote down. Cade Anderson is blowing bitches away in live BP. Strucking out Julio, strike out Cal, K in Calzone, K on Randy. Cade Anderson is absolutely the real deal. Oh my gosh, we might have a true lefty ace. And Michael Arroyo has always been one of my favorite players in the system, Sam, because 3-4 years ago, he wasn't on any prospect list at all. But every time I looked, he'd have like the best stats, even over higher rated prospects. All these years, Arroyo gets no love on the prospect list, always has better stats. Well, Michael Arroyo already has a spring training home run, and he is now MLB Pipeline's number 63 prospect. I love Arroyo so much. I love Arroyo so much just because he was a nothing prospect and literally hit his way onto everybody's list.
Yeah, no, you gotta love that. And I didn't even realize we have Arroyo on the Seahawks and the Mariners. Fuck yeah.
My God, I didn't even think of that either, dude.
Yeah. Oh. I saw that comment and I was like, what the fuck's he talking about, Arroyo? I'm like,
I have big hopes for Arroyo, the tight end on Seattle, too. I still have very big hopes. And I'm going to do a complete sidebar. I was very impressed with Arroyo this year because we knew he was going to be a speed, athletic sort of tight end, and he was a very, very willing blocker. So shout out to Arroyo in that aspect.
Yeah, and dude, especially with our new offensive coordinator, what he brought out in Kittle and everything, man. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think Arroyo is going to have a big jump next year and going to be known for a little more tough-nosedness, not just being more of a wide receiver playing tight end type of thing.
Hell yeah. Well, we got both Arroyos, man. We got both Arroyos on a huge come up, man. I'm stoked for Major League Baseball, Sam. I'm also so stoked for the NFL offseason. I wanted to wait one more week before I really start doing a little bit of Ty's targets here, man, because I just want to see the combine results. Yeah. Honestly, Sam, the combine is pretty boring for me, but I love looking at the results.
Yeah, for sure. I used to watch the combine every goddamn year, but not as much anymore. Too busy for that shit.
When you're a father, when you're a wonderful father like yourself, you are a wonderful father.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. I mean, because man, who's got time for the combine anymore? You got Google can tell you all the shit you need to know. So, watch highlights on YouTube. Yeah, you're good. I saw a simulcast of Byron Murphy. They're starting to do that now. I forget the other guy that they're doing it with, but you can see the D tackles. Do the simulcast for the 40 and everything. They're starting to do it with position drills for the D tackles and everything now. So you can kind of see how they do the drill differently and kind of what makes them special. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I still am in shock that the NFL let Byron Murphy fall to number 16. Thank you.
Yeah, no shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He had no business being there. For real, Sam, I never had Byron Murphy as one of my potential Seahawks targets because in my brain I thought that that's a top 10 pick all day.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. And so, I'm super fucking happy you're able to get him. He's a beast.
Thank you.
And people are saying he had a down first year. Bullshit. Dude, he played fucking well, in my opinion, in his first year in the league. I mean, he was playing nose tackle at his size too, and he was taking on double teams all the time. He wasn't supposed to be getting a bunch of stats. So, dude, and look at him this year, dude. He's fucking grown. Doing that one knee down and just anchors that spot, and the line doesn't move. So, he's a great player. Him and Leonard, we're in good hands for the next couple of years.
They're both unicorns, man.
Yeah.
They're both unicorns. They absolutely like we usually want to use that term for sexier positions, but both those guys don't budge an inch on a double team and both have the quickness to completely disrupt the game. Just you don't find guys like that and we have two of them.
Kyle Van Noy is starting to think that defensive tackle, like the interior defensive lineman, is going to start getting paid a lot more money. And because he's saying that quarterbacks are getting the ball out so fast that teams are realizing they need to invest in the defensive tackles and really build out a good D tackle room. It's a shorter distance to the quarterback from the interior than it is from the edge. So he thinks it's a good idea to have the good stable of defensive ends, but some elite defensive tackles. And he thinks that their
Yeah.
contracts are going to start going up.
Yeah. I mean the impact is evident, man. I look at the shoot, Sam, we were talking about just some of the great interior pass rushers across the league, and you brought up Chris Jones, you brought up the Eagles. Look at the last three champions. The last three champions are led by interior pass rushes.
Yeah. And what do you think about? Are you happy that we have Spoon instead of Carter? What's your thoughts on that?
I am now. I am now. Open book. Jalen Carter was obviously a bigger target for me. You know, I'm going to prioritize the big man positions if there's, a quote tie. I mean, going into that draft, actually, Sam, my top guys were Will Anderson,
Yeah,
CJ Stroud, Jalen Carter, Bijan Robinson, Spoon.
Yeah, yeah.
So clearly, I would have taken Carter based on what I did. But there's another thing I always got to bring up, and I'm not trying to throw shade on this guy at all. But the fact of the matter is a huge part of being drafted top 5 is can I trust giving you 40 million guaranteed?
Yeah, yep. And I hear that John Snyder didn't pick him for character concerns. That was the whole reason they let him go, because. Dude, I mean, Jalen Carter could be the best goddamn player on the field, any field that he's playing on. Whenever he wants to, he just doesn't. Most of the time, he just doesn't fucking want to. He just doesn't seem to have that grit and doesn't want to give it his all the time. So, I mean, he regressed this year. He was not nearly the player he was last year on a consistency basis.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're an analytically based person, a lot of the analytics didn't favor him this year. I just didn't really know how to look at that too. And I mean, we know Milton Williams is just a major factor. Milton Williams is a major factor. He was a major loss for Philly. He was a major contributor. I mean, with the exception of Christian Gonzalez, I thought Milton Williams was the best player, the second best player on the Patriots in Super Bowl 60.
Oh yeah, 100% he was, definitely. And I bet that they're working on extensions. Hits on deck saying Brady Henderson's reports. Seahawks are working on extensions for both Spoon and JSN. You kind of have to, because dude, like
get ahead of it.
Yeah, I mean, because dude, imagine Spoon not being signed and JSN gets his contract extension, and they're letting Spoon go on play on the next year. I mean, you got to get them done together because they're equally as important to our team. And I could just see feelings getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like, and Spoon be like, all right, you're going to let JSN get signed and let me sit for another year type thing? Yeah, no, let's get them both done. That's why I think most of our money is going to be gone, like, sooner than we think. A lot of it's spoken for.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I think Murphy is a must sign too. I think Murphy and Hall are must sign now too. We actually might see most of this class go.
Hall we can. I don't think we can with Murphy yet. I think he's got another year.
Oh no, absolutely not. But I'm talking long-term planning. Like,
yes, and yeah.
These things happen fast. These things happen fast. So
yeah, no. That my whole thing with not wanting to get Mafe is because I'd rather have Hall. In my opinion, we can only sign.
If we kind of felt that was going to be the case all along.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we could, but I had no idea we'd be bringing in DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, there's other factors you don't see happening ahead of time as they happen.
Yeah, and Texas Rangers are actually both second rounders.
Oh no, I think he's referring to JSN and spoon. Texas Power
Oh.
Ranger John Schneider historically will do everything he can to sign the extension instead of the 5th-year option. And when they even do exercise the 5th-year option, the goal is always to re-sign that player. So for instance, this offseason, they exercised the 5th-year option on Charles Cross and were able to also get the long-term extension done during the season. It's
Mhm.
just entirely how they want to do business. Extending them early, I think, is all about being able to spread the money more controllably the way you want to. A 5th-year option and a franchise tag are completely designated numbers that the team has no control over how they want to spend that funds.
But when you think about it, also, I mean, it makes sense just on a pure like financial basis standpoint, because it's not like the next year of his contract's not going to be paid out at that rate. I mean, he'll still have his 4th-year rookie year that he's going to get paid, and so might as well sign him before the price keeps going up and up and up. Because I think there's some damn good players coming. They're going to be resetting the market here pretty soon at both those positions. So I'd rather get him taken care of a year early, keep him on that rookie deal because you have to. I mean, it's just an extension. And so, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You know how the quarterback market keeps getting reset, and then it's like, oh, you should have just signed him last year. Who did the Cowboys get fucked on? Was it the end? Yeah, their end this year. They should have signed him last year, and then a couple people ended up getting paid a whole shitload, and then all of a sudden the Cowboys didn't want to pay it anymore because it got too much. If he would have done it the last year, his contract would have been much less. So yeah, I think it makes sense on both ways.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways to attack the beast in the NFL, but I do think that the Seahawks learned one thing from back in the day. John Schneider really has, and I call it the Percy Harvin debacle, man, because he scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl, so we all want to forget it. We would have crushed Denver no matter what, and Percy has what, less than 20 catches with the Seahawks in total. I
Oh,
mean, it's a
yeah,
ridiculous,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
pathetic,
yeah.
and
He was a huge
so
mistake, and it
you
cost us
want to
Golden
reward
Tate.
your guys. You
Yes,
want to reward your guys.
100%.
That's what it's really coming down to. And also when the control of how you dish out the contract. Like I mentioned before, Charles Cross is going to have a $40 million of his 75 guaranteed in the first year of the extension, and the Seahawks are totally doing this. It's a way bigger number. That's probably like 10, 15, it's probably $15 million more than what the 5th-year option would be. But it's all about getting guys paid and having the numbers work out year to year.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many different ways to attack the cap. And this is why the cap guys get paid so much money also in front offices,
Oh yeah,
because, like my friend Sam likes to say, how well can you finagle the cap?
yeah. No, you got to definitely got to. I mean, yeah, man. Those fucking like guys back there in like the back of the house, dude. They kill it for their teams too. One hundred
Yes.
percent. Yeah, yeah. They really do. You can't say enough. They deserve the money they get. So I mean, because that fuck, dude, who wants to go through all that fucking all the fine print kind of bullshit? No, it's not for me. 288 for that. No, thank you. No, the cap guys are awesome. I mean, just that's why they have what haven't they restructured Mahomes' contract 4 years in a row now? After he
Yeah,
signed
they
this
did it
big money.
again this year.
Yep, yep. So I mean, yeah, yeah.
They got his cap hit down from like 76 to 46, some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, just by putting in void years, who knows what the fuck they do, dude? Yeah, not that
Well, I mean,
interested, but they're
if
great.
it's a guy you're going to keep long term, like I've honestly been thinking that the Seahawks should already be considering maybe doing this with Sam Darnold. Is if you truly believe in him for a 5 or 6 year stretch, then you can pay him way more guaranteed money than he ever expected, but they can stretch that out to make the year by year cap hit smaller so they can try to field a better roster.
Yeah,
But these guys know way more than I do. It's one crazy, crazy puzzle they be putting together.
yeah. I think I don't know. It might be smart to wait on Darnold just because his negotiating power has never been higher. I mean,
Okay, that's true.
you know what I mean? Coming off winning the Super Bowl, if he wins it again, shit, yeah, then just pay him whatever he wants. But I think next year, man, yeah, it will be. You kind of gotta. Yeah, you got to wait, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, he signed the contract. So we say that with all these guys. It's just the crazy business of the NFL, man. I'm pumped as we get into this thing, man. And Seahawks trying to do whatever they can to get back to the promised land. We got the Mariners just trying to make it there, Sam. Is there anything you want to drop on the people here?
I just can't wait for the fucking season to start. I mean, it's awesome that the Seahawks season went so long, and now we're already in spring training. You can't beat that. No, I'm so pumped. Best year of Seattle sports last year. We're hoping to keep it going this year.
2026, man. Let's make it the year for Seattle sports. 2026, man.
Yep. No shit, man. Last year was so great. I never had the year with both teams going off like they did. Legendary. I was so happy it happened. But this year, we're going to the World Series. Is the big thing. We got to get there.
Let's do it, man. We
got the pitching staff to do it.
We were 8 outs away. 8 outs away. This is the best opening day lineup we've had since 2018. It might be the best opening day lineup we've had since the early 2000s.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I think. I mean, and the Astros haven't looked too good so far this spring training.
I would have liked one more proven bat. I would have liked one more proven bat, but here we are. I still have to say this is the best one in the last 8 years for sure. Best opening day lineup, and it might be the best in the last 2025.
Yep. Let's hope we get off to a hot start. We should have a good year.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Well, speaking of hot starts, man, we got our super producer, Indy, down in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services. Shout out to the homies in the live chat. Thanks for rocking with us. We're going to get down and dirty in the NFL offseason, Mariners spring training. Sam, I thank you so much. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast.
Yeah.